friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, and today we're going to be testing out a humidifier. So one of the most difficult planty things in the winter is keeping your home moist. If you've got central heating, the air is going to be dry. And a lot of houseplants, at least a lot of houseplants that I have, are actually tropical plants, and so they like quite high humidity, and so keeping the humidity as high as I want it to be can be quite difficult. That's why we get humidifiers. So when the good people over at YOKEKON, I think that's how you pronounce it, sent me a message asking if I wanted to try out their 8-liter humidifier, I said yes. Of course I want to try it out. 8 liters, that's huge. So I have an LA Combs humidifier, and that's only 5 liters. And like that does last a while, but like if it's 8 liters, it might last even longer. And like the most annoying thing is having to refill my humidifier. So they sent me a humidifier to try. I do want to say, even though they did send me this as a gift, I will be giving my full honest opinion of this product, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I tell you how it is? So yeah, shall we open her up? Okay, it is a decent size. Right off the bat, I mean, you can see how big it is. It is quite large. I do like that it is quite tall. That's like a plus for me. But let's get it out. So this is what the humidifier looks like unboxed. And it looks quite nice. It feels pretty sturdy. It's got some nice handles on the side so you can lift it easily. I really like that it's got like a water level thing so you can really see where the water level is without opening it up, because I find that kind of annoying because I don't want to open it up every time I want to see, so I can get a good idea and fill it up easier. You can take off the top so you can clean it. It does also come with a sponge which has like a scrubby side on it, which is pretty cool. But it's a decent sized tank in there, but to fill it, all you have to do is open up this lid at the top and just pour the water straight in there, which is really, really easy. So like I can do it in situ, no problem. I mean, I will have to fill up my watering can 4 times, because I think I've got a 2-liter watering can to fill this up, but that's quite easy and manageable. Right, so should we set her up? So I just filled it up with 4 of my, I'm pretty sure it's a 2-liter. Oh, it's 1.8 liter. Okay, nearly 2-liter watering can. And filled up to about there, so like 2/3 of the way full. So I still have a lot of room, and I've put a lot of water in there at this point. So let's turn it on, shall we? And we've got humidity. So right off the bat, it looks pretty good. It's got quite a high like spout. I've got it on the max setting, but it goes quite high. Like things on my second shelf up there are even getting some humidity, which is pretty cool. Maybe I should put it on the table. Maybe I'll put it on this box here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can see it in the air. It does have the like hygrometer built into it, which is pretty cool. So when I was setting the humidity at 50 and 55, it didn't go on, but then when I set it to 60, it did, which is about right, because my hygrometer here says it's 62, so that does seem fairly accurate. In the like 2 minutes that this has been on though, this hygrometer has gone up to 64, and it's been like a minute. That means it's definitely working. You can set the humidity range anywhere between 45 and 90%, which is pretty good. I tend to try and leave my home, Joe doesn't like me to leave it over like 65 or 70, but 70 or 75 is my ideal, especially for my plants. We gotta compromise, so we go with 65 regularly. That's what I try and keep it at in general. Otherwise it gets too damp, and I mean, that is fair. There's also a timer on here, which is pretty cool. You can do it from like 1 to 12-hour timer. I'm probably gonna keep it on my smart power socket, so it'll turn off automatically when I tell it to, but I'll have to turn it on every day because that's just how these work. But yeah, so far so good. It feels okay. The plastic does feel a tiny bit cheap, but that's fair. It doesn't need to feel like insanely good or anything. It doesn't feel any worse than my other humidifier. Overall, my first impressions are pretty high. I quite like the thing, but I want to test it out for the next week and let you know how it goes. So it has been 10 days and I wanted to let you know my thoughts on the humidifier. So I do think it puts out a good amount of humidity and the hygrometer is fairly accurate on it. Like, it's obviously not perfect, but I think it's pretty accurate. It went on for like a second when it got to 59 and then it brought it back up to 60 to like really keep the humidity what we want it to be, which is really good. The humidity does vary a little bit from my mini hygrometer. This one says it's 66% in here and this one says it's 60. So I do think it is a little bit off, but I don't really know where the sensor is on this one. So it's possible that it's in a place that's at a lower humidity. I still quite like the look of the humidifier. I think it looks really nice. I like the front and I like that you can see the water level. In the week I've used it, I've probably used half of what I put in there, and I put 4 of my watering cans in, as you saw. So it has a massive capacity, which I do really like, because filling a humidifier is kind of annoying. But with this one, you won't have to do it all that often, which is really good. So this is just gonna keep going on and off as we speak because we're right at the humidity we wanna be at. So the main issue I've had with it is that I don't really like that you can't direct the humidity at a certain point. It kind of just goes up and then a little bit forward. So in order to like get it to go on my shelves, I've had to like face it towards the shelves, which, I mean, the back isn't quite as nice looking as the front. So what you see from like the rest of the room isn't as pretty, unfortunately. So I do wish that I could direct the humidity in the direction I wanted, because then I could tell it better. Like, I get if you're just trying to humidify a whole room, the like up direction is fine, but since I'm trying to do it specifically on plants, then it might, like, it's a little bit more difficult, if that makes sense, to get it where I want it to go. That being said, I do really like the product and I will continue to use it for my plants because I like how it looks and it works pretty well on getting the humidity higher in the general area, which is what we need. So I will continue to use it for my plants. If you're interested in getting one of these humidifiers for yourself, head to the link in the description and use this code to get a discount on your purchase. Yeah, so that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more sort of testing, planty stuff videos, let me know down in the comments below and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!